Good day, everyone. This is Tim, and I hope you're doing well and really enjoying the time in Manila. And this is so festive with the piano and all the celebrations going on. And while here, I was initially a little disappointed because the best buffet in the Philippines, that is the Spiro buffet at the Sofitel, that's no longer there. And while I was a little disappointed, it was actually kind of fun to search out the Philippine or the Manila area to find the next best or the best buffet. And it's kind of nice to go on this little quest together. And the other day I went to the buffet at Cafe Ilang Ilang, which is right here in the Manila Hotel, right down there. And it was pretty spectacular. And I think that has, at least that's kind of the top contender. And but don't worry, we'll continue searching for more buffets, and hopefully we'll crown the best buffet in the Philippines shortly. But today, it's around 4:30 right now, and just getting a little hungry, and it's just you and me, and I thought we would go to, this isn't a grand buffet, but I thought we'd explore one of the more traditional buffets here with a lot of Asian food. And I've actually been there before because just the other day, my good friend Sam and Carla at this wonderful place. This is called Buffet Town, and this is my type of town. Lots of Asian food from around the world, well, I guess from around Asia. So different types of stations featuring all the different areas of Chinese, Japanese, Thailand, and Korea, and all things in between. So this reservation is about 5:30 and it's about 4:30 now, but here in Manila, we're what we call, or what they call, the Burr months, which is what, September, October, November, December. They do the Christmas celebration, and the Christmas celebration is like a 4-month-long celebration. So that's pretty cool. But I don't think we can get there if we take the car. The only way to get there is by motorbike. So getting there is half the fun. Come on, let's go. Oh, thank you. Oh, and this is December, and it is really hot right now. And we just need to wait for a ride to come. Oh, thank you. Oh. Right here? Oh, right there. Okay, thank you. And off we go as we embrace the traffic of Manila. Clear roads ahead, but that wouldn't last. Stop and go. Expertly weaving in and out of traffic. Watching the elbows and the knees, and a ride in Manila will make you more alert than the strongest cup of Starbucks coffee you'll ever have. And when traffic gets too bad, go on the opposite side, where you can make your own road. And as day turns into night, we are half an hour late, but that's okay. We are on Manila time, and we have just arrived. Thank you so much. Oh boy. Please excuse the hair, it's a helmet head, but we have now arrived at Buffet Town, and after that I can sure use a meal. Oh, and much cooler in here. Hey Joyce. Hello. Are you shy?
Yeah, definitely.
Well, I'm so sorry I'm so late,
okay,
but is my, can I still get a table?
No problem.
Oh, thank you so much, Joyce.
Just have a seat for the meantime.
All right.
Then do another guest.
All right.
Get back.
So nice to sit down where you're stationary and you're not weaving in and out of traffic. And again, apologies. Looks like I'm still wearing the helmet, and we'll take you back when we get our table. But let me show you the beautiful decorations we have here.
There's going to be more people later.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you so much. All right. So great to get a table here. And even though it's a bit late, they're still getting me the table. And what you don't see behind the scenes is it's a lot of fun because I got to meet Chef Eric over there. And we took some pictures with Miss Sarah. And these are the pictures we have here. So it's kind of cool to see all the great people here. And Of course, usually I come and I do a reconnaissance of the buffet first, so we know exactly what to get. But let me show you the room around here, because there are stations to the left of us, in front, to the right of us, and more. So I'm really grateful to get a table so close to all the food is. And thank you, Arvin.
For your shabu shabu, this one is our Japanese collagen and this one is ours.
So really kind of, and I forgot to mention that it's not only a buffet, but it's also a hot pot. And here, already arrived, we have dueling hot pots. This is lalaksa, and this is a collagen broth, which is exactly what I need because of all the allergies. So really kind of Arvin, he was taking my order earlier on. And having dinner with Sam and Carla a couple of days ago, I know exactly what to get. There is a buffet station of amazing, crispy, succulent lechon and the tenderest roast beef you'll ever see, with an array of Asian dishes. And further down, a foggy cloud of hot pot goodness, some veggies, some meat, and of course, the seafood. And even further down, this is the Japanese station with an ocean of sashimi and sushi and all that goodness. And chef grilling up a storm. And of course, a buffet isn't a buffet without all the deep fried goodness. This is the deep fried station. Everything fried, crispy and delicious. And enough of the reconnaissance or the Wayback Machine. I think it's time for the buffet. Come on, let's go. So this is a sight to see. Hey Chef Eric, how are you?
That's it. Bye.
Oh, looking so good.
Yeah.
And chef hard at work. Thank you, chef. But after that ride, we definitely need a drink first. All right, and I didn't get a chance to try everything here, but I know that is water and strawberry lychee juice. But I've never tried a chocolate drink before. Let's give that a try. And that is a lot of chocolate drink. With drink in hand, let's go for the buffet. All right, and starting off, we'll get our plates, but I think these are the hot pot plates. And if I try to use one of those, Chef Eric might yell at me. So I think those are the standard trays here. And this is really cool because there are some stations where you help yourself and other stations where they serve it for you. And let's see. Oh, I think we got to start off with the lechon. That is way down over there, but we'll have to work our way up to it. And let's see. Many little dishes. So this is the self-service portion, and this is looking fantastic with the salt and pepper spare ribs, some beautiful salmon, and I can't resist. And you really have to practice restraint, but how can you say no to some tofu because it's healthy? This is spinach egg tofu. And I suspect they need bigger trays. And since we don't have bigger trays, we'll go for smaller dishes with a little bit of spinach. Oh, and they come as a pair. All right, now we're talking. Everything looks so good, from the fried rice, and well, that's a vegetable dish. So unfortunately, you can't win them all, but maybe some rice first. Hey, Maloney, how are you? You know, this rice looks fantastic. Can I get a little bit? Oh, that's good. That's good. Oh, thank you so much. So really great folks here. And oh my goodness, we have some Asian inspired chicken. So rather than use another dish, Maloney, is it okay to use the same dish for the chicken?
Chicken.
Oh, thank you. Oh, beautiful. And maybe a little sauce on. Okay. Oh, wonderful. All right, and moving on, oh, look at this. A beautiful seafood stew, but next to it is my favorite. This is japchae, and again, this buffet is all Asian food and different areas of Asian, and we have approached Korea. And Maloney, is it okay for a little bit? Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. Oh. Oh. Oh my goodness, thank you so much here. And we'll wedge it in here. And let's say that fits, but that's okay. Moving on, some gorgeous pizza, and I'm gonna save that for later so that it's nice and fresh. This is the most tender roast beef you'll see. And over there, the crispy lechon. We'll definitely need to go for some of that. Thank you so much. Can I get a little bit? Oh, thank you there. And it's nice to see people doing the same thing. Are you taking pictures as well? Oh, beautiful. What's your favorite so far?
My favorite is the Japanese station.
Oh, Japanese station?
Yeah.
And I think we'll head over there really shortly. But first, we'll go for the lechon. And Maloney, thank you again. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, okay, that's perfect. All right, and listening to Miss Sarah, we will go for the sushi station with a nice detour to the beautiful dessert station, and to the right of us, the foggy cloud of goodness. And this is the sushi area here. And starting off, what do we have but the beautiful sashimi? And this is tuna. We'll go for one. And the salmon is quite popular because there's only 3 left. So grab this. And it's really nice to see people doing the same thing. How are you?
Nice to meet you.
Where are you from?
UK.
UK. So really great folks here, but we'll go for the sushi next. And they are exquisite. And they are topped with something. We'll give that a try. Thank you, chef. Okay, and moving on. I think these... Oh, chef, what are these? Tonkatsu.
Yes.
Oh, thank you. So that's looking pretty good. So really cool to see people enjoying themselves in various different ways. Pretty crowded here and lots of great folks. This is what we saw yesterday. You can get the aburi sushis. And again, chef is grilling. Oh my goodness, look at this. So they are, someone's ordering up a storm. And this is for display. So these are made fresh and hot for you. And I remember last time we see Rose here. And Rose, thank you for all the great work the other day. Is fantastic. Yeah, but Rose was fantastic. And as you can see, when we were here, or when I was here with Sam and Carla, the table was full of food. So hopefully we'll see if that happens tonight again. So these are the delicious beef wrapped mushrooms. And I think this is pork. And there's only one way to find out. And this is the yakitori station, where things are grilled up, hot and fresh. And look at that massive chicken wing. So we'll certainly come back to that later. But to complete this round, we will have some nice fried items. Tonkatsu right over here. And I believe there is a spot for one more. And I know just exactly what to get, because chef there is frying up a beautiful batch of tempura over there. So we can't say no to that. And as luck would have it, there is only one left right over here. And that will do it for round 1. All right, so round 1 is getting a little big. And I think I'm picking up bad habits from Sam, because and Carla as well, because when we were here, our table was full and I was trying to restrain myself, but I think I picked up their bad habits, because the table is runneth over with so many dishes here. And Rose, who was our server last time, she didn't help as well. She loaded up the table with so much food. But after all that, we will need a break with the chocolate drink. Oh, that is good. Chocolatey, but light and refreshing at the same time. I don't believe there's dairy in it, but you can certainly taste the chocolate. Really unique and very good. And we do need to start with the fried items first. Let's give this a try. Nice and crispy into the tempura sauce. Oh. Beautiful shrimp, nice and meaty, and a crispy, crunchy coating. Shell and all. And I remember last time with Carla and Sam, we were constantly interrupted by Rose in the best possible way with more dishes. Oh. And I think that's going to continue, because I think we're going to be interrupted with Chef Eric over there.
Hey,
Oh, hey, Chef Eric.
here.
Oh my goodness.
Our Thai pad Thai noodles.
Oh.
And this is Thai red curry. Seafood red
Oh, thank you so much, Chef Eric. Thank you. So really kind of Chef Eric, and again, the table is filling up and up and up, and it'll be a bit of a challenge, but a wonderful challenge with a pad thai and the Thai curry. So again, dishes from all over the world, and let's stay in Japan for a moment to try the sushi. This is a tonkatsu, and this is, I'm not sure exactly what it is, but we can give it a try. In a bit of soy. Oh. It's always nice to try a mystery sushi because that is done wonderfully well. Lots of flavor, a little bit of crunch, and a little bit of the creamy meal. And again, the tobiko really adds a bit of a pop to it. Very good. And since we're on the Philippines, or we're in the Philippines, we'll go for the Filipino favorite. This is the lechon, and look how juicy that is with the crispy skin and a bit of sauce. Oh. That skin is shatteringly crisp. And you know, when the skin is sometimes crispy at first, but a bit chewy later, this is no sort of the thing. This is nice and crispy throughout, and quite the opposite. The meat is nice and tender. That is very good. But there's so many things to choose from, and this is more of the Chinese style, and it'll be nice to have a bit of rice with that wonderful sauce from the soya chicken. Fried rice done really well with a beautiful sauce, and I believe we can combine some of the items with a perfectly cooked salmon and the sauce along with the rice all together. A match made in heaven, because that salmon is cooked to perfection so that it is soft and tender, and that sauce mixed with the rice, beautiful combination once again. And since we have the spoon, we gotta try the tofu egg. Oh, nice and luscious. If you're here and if they have the tofu egg, make sure you go for it. And by the way, they change up their dishes from time to time. This wasn't here last time, but that is absolutely luscious, silky, and so flavorful with the crab and this wonderful green sauce. I don't know what it is, but it is fantastic. Really good here, and I think we need to do a little bit of a switcheroo.
See, the crowd is getting wide.
Oh my goodness, like me. Yeah, this is fantastic. And Chef Eric there, it's really getting busy here. So switching things around, the pad thai and the Thai curry, and we are off to Thailand without having to step away from the table. Let's give this a try. Okay, the crunchy bits of pad thai, and I think we will mix everything together with the seafood and the shrimp and that amazing sauce with a pad thai. And this is actually very hard to do. Okay, we'll save the shrimp for later. That pad thai is absolutely stunning. Beautiful fresh herbs and sweet, tangy, and savory all together at once with a bit of crunch. So Chef Eric certainly did a fantastic job. And I saw him cooking up a storm over there with a fantastic palm sugar and everything. Pad thai made to order. Absolutely incredible. So there's still quite a lot of things to finish for round one. And this is definitely worth the trip. And I don't mean from the hotel to here, I mean from Vancouver to here. So really great buffets here. And I just need a drink to refresh the palate. Cheers. Round one done and dusted, and that was so much food. That spare rib, absolutely delicious. Crispy on the outside, tender and juicy on the inside. And my favorite, the japchae, flavors of Korea with the oily goodness in the best possible way. And of course, a very small amount of veggies for health. And with that, it's time for round two. Come on, let's go. So we should start where we left off. Grab a plate. And we will go easy on this round, and there's a reason why. But right over there is the salad station, and even though they have one, I'm happy to say it's not very big. So they are making effective use of their space. And we'll go back to the deep fried station. This is chicken karaage, and although the big one looks nice, we'll go for a little one. And maybe I should have chosen a bigger plate, but that's okay. This is the tonkatsu, which we had already. But I should have gotten this one because this is tonkatsu with Japanese curry right here. Ooh, and some squid. And this is definitely the favorite, agadashi tofu, using egg tofu. Almost had an accident there. But let's see what's up ahead. So again, going very light and moving on. These are items that are made to order. And here we have the yakitori station with a chicken wing. I think I'm gonna skip that. And this is mugaro, which is tuna in Tagalog. And moving on, I think we will go for one of this. This is pork belly or butaniku in Tagalog, and even better, butaniku with cheese.
This one is butaniku with cheese, and this one is chicken with cheese.
Oh,
Cheese.
so definitely go for one of those, and that is what it looks like when it's all grilled up. Thank you, chef. All right, and moving on, some beef yakitori, chicken, and veggie. So I'm gonna get a few of those yakitori, and this is a grill station where chef is grilling all the delicious items, and that's pork belly in the form of salmon and the beef wraps looking very good. So let's see, we'll go for the salmon belly and the beef wrap with the pork. Can I order a few of the beef wraps and the salmon belly? Okay. And I remember with Sam and Carla, we had the aburi, and this just doesn't do justice to it because it looks much better. So we'll definitely order a few of those, and that is the tuna and salmon aburi as well. But with our fried items here, we should get back before it gets too cold. Round two has begun, and it's always a little wary with the plates and the food shifting around. And you might have noticed there's a few more dishes on the table, the pizza and the fried rice. And I need the fried rice with the curry. And I mentioned that this is just the beginning of round two because while there doesn't seem to be a lot of food on the table, they're gonna grill the items up and they're gonna bring it to you, so it's gonna be full in no time. But we gotta try the pizza while it is nice and fresh and hot. Let's give that a try. Oh, and it is hot. That is a teriyaki chicken pizza. Nice cheesy topping, a nice thin crust, but a little sweet. And it was kind of fun to see Maloney serving up the pizza. Having trouble with a cheese pull, which is a sign of a good pizza. But teriyaki on a pizza, a little too sweet for me. This one, I'm gonna give it a pass. But if you like sweet pizza, then that's the pizza for you. And oh my God, this is Rose at her finest. Oh my goodness. Oh, thank you, Rose. What we have here are the grilled items. They are filling up the table fast. This is beef, and I believe this is pork. And this is beef with mushrooms as well, or I could be mistaken. I think these are cut from the same roll, roll number 1 and roll number 2. And let's give roll number 1 a try and look at how gorgeously they've grilled this. Oh. You know, when you have a good steak and it's got that nice, wonderful crust, well, this is it here. And accompanying the steak and the crust is the straw mushrooms, really flavorful and a nice, rich sauce. Oh. When you're here, before you sit down, make sure you order those beef rolls. They were fantastic. And Arvin, thank you so much.
No problem.
Oh, you're fantastic. Thank you. All right. Really great folks here because Arvin was the one who was helping me order the dishes as well. So after the steak, we will go for another steak in roll form. And this is surf and turf. More mushrooms and a crab as well. So I know already how good it is because Sam, Carla, and I had quite a few. Beautiful mushrooms, and again, that crusty seared steak, beautifully done. Very good, and I'm keeping my eye out in case more food is coming. But while we wait for that, we'll go for the agatashi tofu, and it is like a cloud, barely holding together. Ikki tiki mas, as they say. Not too bad, but unfortunately it's lost its crispness, and that is actually more user error. But still very good. And before the chicken karagi loses its crispness, let's go for this. Still crunchy and very tender and juicy on the inside. And of course, a nice crispy skin and coating. And finally, some fried rice in the curry. And I have waited too long. The curry has gotten a little cold, but that's okay. We can still give it a try. All together with a straggler. And a little bit hard to do with one hand. The tonkatsu has gotten a bit cold, but that curry sauce is absolutely amazing. And I can't imagine how good the Japanese curry is if it's hot. But still very good. Thank you so much. Oh, beautiful. Thank you. And those oysters are looking so delicious. Let's give it a try. Oh, cheesy oysters. Those oysters are grilled or torched wonderfully, and I saw chef torching the oysters earlier. But a beautiful cheese, and the oysters perfectly cooked. Very good. Oh, and more is coming. Oh, thank you so much. Oh boy. Oh, thank you. So it is coming fast and furious with the abiri, and I got two because they were very good. And of course, the abiri salmon. So this is just slightly torched on the outside, but still rare on the inside. Let's give it a try. I love the gradient of flavors. This is salmon sashimi cooked and charred on one side and beautifully blushy pink on the bottom. And as good as it is, we'll go for the beef aburi. So beef cooked nice with a little bit of, I'm not sure if that's cheese or mayo, nicely torched. Cheers to you. The beef just melts in your mouth, and a little bit of rice at the bottom, nice and tender, and a beautiful char. That is lovely. So I'm gonna finish off the rest of the items, and we have this hot pot waiting. So round 3 will be hot pot time. Round 3 was absolutely delicious. And as I was eating, I forgot I still had the yakitori. Tuna was grilled to perfection, but as good as a tuna is, it is the pork belly. And why have pork belly when you can have cheesy pork belly? And that was absolutely heaven because that pork is so tender, fatty with striations of meat. So that has really done me in, and round 3 is all I can handle. And it would be nice to finish off the meal with a little comforting, warm hot pot, a little bit of soup, and a lot of items to go into said soup. So we'll grab a little plate or a tray. Okay, and this is the last one because it is getting busy. So these are the hot pot items here, and I'm gonna skip the seafood. Oh, and we gotta make our own sauce with the fresh sesame and the satay sauce. But let's go grab our hot pot items. And you've heard of fog of war. Well, this is fog of hot pot. Okay, some fish balls, maybe just one, because we have some seafood type balls here. And just one again because I'm getting way too full. Ooh, but some delicious noodles would be fantastic, especially for the laksa right over here. And I do need some veggies right here. And let's see, we've got maybe just a meatball. Huh, red, yellow, and green. And that reminds me, traffic lights are a mere suggestion here in the Philippines. And oh, almost forgot about this. We've got more noodles, so we'll go for one. And I can see people doing the same thing as well. Okay, so really cool. Let's grab some noodles, just a little bit. And this is pork, very lean. And this is pork, very fatty. And this is almost like chicken, which it is. Right over here. There we go. And that is all the tray can handle. We better get back to our table. Really filling up with round 3. And you might notice a few more items with the sauce that you make. The fried rice from last round. And they were out of beef before, so they had some. So I managed to grab some. So let's give this a try. And I think everyone or everything is individually wrapped. So we're just gonna unwrap everything and prepare for the feast. And it's nice to know that the restaurant does not have a time limit, but I have a time limit. Oh man, it's a lot of food and definitely getting tired. So I'm gonna do the brute force way where we throw everything in all at once. And this might be sacrilege to a few, but please forgive. And we will start. So this is the collagen broth and this is the laksa. So maybe the laksa, a little bit of the glass noodles, seafood with the laksa, the beef and fish ball in the collagen broth. And all we need to do is wait for it to boil. With a hot pot boiling, it is time to give it a try. And I will try the laksa broth first. So I'm just gonna scoop up some of our items here. Oh, the glass noodles that are hard to pick up. The yield of this isn't a lot. And the seafood ball and maybe chopsticks would have been better right there. And finally, a ladle of the wonderful broth. And that is looking so good. Okay, let's give it a try. It's very hot and very pungent, but very flavorful in a spicy, coconutty, rich broth. And that is a perfect accompaniment. The glass noodles, and I think we'll need the right tool for the right job. See, a little bit of chicken and that rich, wonderful broth. Really delicious there. As good as the chicken and the glass noodles is, it's the broth that makes it special. And the seafood ball. definitely don't miss the seafood ball. I know it's imitation crab, but it is very tasty, nice and delicate, and hard to pick up. And moving on, the noodles in the collagen broth. And while we wait for the noodles to cook and giving it a switch around, we'll entertain ourselves. We'll keep ourselves occupied with the beef. And I've set this to low so that it's barely boiling, so that we're not overcooking the beef. And we'll give it a switch around. There we go. And that is perfect for me. Into the bowl with the glass noodles and the hot pot sauce right over here. And that is looking very good. And very hot. The beef is so thinly sliced, nice and tender, and the collagen broth is clean and refreshing, very nice. So, if I didn't have so much food at the beginning, I would have taken more and more of the thin slices of beef. They were absolutely delicious. So I don't have any more room left, but I still have to finish the broth and the noodles. And as I'm finishing this up, we can hear people celebrating birthdays. Let's have a peek. Happy birthday! Oh, the buffet is dying down, but I'm not sure if you can see behind, but people are still celebrating strong and lively. So I'm really full with a hot pot, but it's nothing more comforting than having a bowl of noodles after a heavy meal. And as good as the noodles were, it was the broth. That collagen broth was delicious. A little bit of the fried rice to finish it off, and just the collagen broth on its own for its comforting goodness. And we have made our way to the dessert station. And this is nearing the end of the buffet, but it is still well stocked. And earlier on, at the start of the buffet, you see oceans and oceans of rich dessert, decadence, goodness. And it's nice to see that it is still being restocked. At the end, let's grab a plate, or I guess this is a box. This just reminds me of the, in Tokyo, there was this place called, in Ginza, they have a breakfast lab, and they serve breakfast in one of these where you fill it up. So I think this is dessert breakfast lab or Tokyo breakfast lab style. Let's see what we have. So we only have 9 choices, but a lot more selection. And this is the pigeonhole principle at its finest. Can't resist. Something, a square cake right over here. And we have some jellies, which I will skip, but what I will not skip is, I believe that is an Oreo cheesecake. Oh, looking very delicious right here. And we definitely need to go for this, a beautiful square of ube cake. All the colors of the rainbow. And now that we have the cakes, let's go for something cold. Let's see, some fresh fruits, but I believe this is a pandan type of dessert in the square. And on the other side, some buko and some panna cotta. Oh my goodness, and look at this gorgeous ice cream here. Oh, hi Carville. Oh, the ice cream looks delicious. Is that the sesame ice cream?
Yes, sir.
Just a small scoop.
Is it okay, sir?
Oh, well, that's perfect. Oh, thank you. Thanks, Carville. And this is actually a perfect situation. 3 spots remaining and 3 desserts left. The macaron, or macaroon, a strawberry chocolate cake, and finally something caramelly in the form of a wedge. And that will do it for dessert. Thank you. Oh, the buffet is coming to an end, and it's a long buffet, so thank you so much for joining me. And along with the desserts, it's nice to have something warm a nice cup of coffee. What a great way to start the dessert and end the buffet. Oh, very nice. And the first thing we need to try is the first thing on the matrix, and that is the ube cake. Oh, a little bit of jelly on top, and I think it's soaked in syrup. Looking nice and purpley. Oh. Beautiful ube flavors and a wonderful two-biter. Cake is nice and spongy, and jelly is a bit tough. But what is not tough would be this Oreo cheesecake, or a mousse cake, in fact. Oh, that is an Oreo mousse, nice and light. And I believe it might be a cheesecake too. So rich and light at the same time, doing the impossible. Now I gotta go for the panna cotta with a grape for a bit of freshness and health. Nice and light and really refreshing, very creamy. And a little bit of jelly. I believe this is the pandan jelly. Very messy. Hey Sharon, hey Ramon.
Hey, man.
Hey Sharon, oh actually Ramon, Sharon, how did you like the buffet?
It was amazing.
Not too bad?
It's great, yeah. We've been following all your recommendations.
Oh, you're very...
And I'm sure the izakaya was great, so.
What was your favorite, Ramon? The izakaya?
Yeah, all the grilled items were fresh.
Yeah.
So I really like that.
Oh, really cool. Well, pleasure to meet you.
Great
Pleasure.
seeing you then. All right.
Okay.
See you on the next one.
Pleasure. All right. See you. All right. So really kind folks here, and really nice to meet the great people. And I just got to finish the sesame ice cream. Oh, very good. So really nice to see Ramon and Sharon. So this is the buffet town, and I was joking earlier to say this is my type of town, and it really is. Fantastic people here like Chef Eric and Miss Sarah and Arvin and Rose with her non-stop delivery of dishes, and it's really nice, really fine folks here. So thank you so much for joining, and really great experience. Again, this is not a grand buffet like that of Cafe Ilang Ilang, but a fun buffet and a lot of good food. Fantastic little items and a very good deal. And with that, I just need a cup of coffee before I finish up the desserts. So again, thank you so much for joining me through this rather long evening and long dinner, but an enjoyable one, I hope, for you. So thank you so much again, and until we see each other again, I hope you're keeping well, I hope you're traveling well, and of course, I hope you're eating well. I'll catch you later, and God bless you all. And there's Rose again.